Hello everyone. I know it's been a while, and it's because I have been going through a lot of stress lately. And I don't, I'm not going to get too far into that, but I'm just dealing with a lot of different aspects of my current situation and, my life, and I'm trying to just deal with it and process through it. And then, of course, my last video, I did the whole quit smoking thing, and quit smoking, yeah, right. And I've also been feeling like a very big failure because life is so complicated. And I know that a lot of people, I actually I was a part of a group on Facebook for quit smoking. And I had posted on there about, stress causing me to fail continuously. And somebody had everyone has something to say. And basically they said, oh, well, you can't use, you can't do that. Stress is going to be every day in your life, no matter what. I get that, but I know the stress I'm going through right now at this phase in my life will not be a part of my future. Yes, will it be different stresses? Yes. But will it be the stresses of my life at this moment? Never. Nor will I ever forget this moment. So, now that that's off my chest, so I've been dealing with a lot of different things, trying to get my mind right, trying to find another place to live that's bigger and with a backyard for the dogs, getting Sassy spayed and home, and that was a task. That dog is heavy. Poor dog was like, her whole butt was just like kind of hanging out of my car, and she was out. And I was like, oh my God, how do I get her up there? So anyways, doing all that and dealing with all these other things. Yesterday my mom had to have a catheter put in because she is swelling very bad, and it's affecting her lungs, and it's backing up her lungs, and like her face, her neck, just all of her was so swollen. So we had to increase her Lasix and put her on a catheter, which that's new to me, and it's a new aspect of it. I don't mind it one bit. It's just a new aspect of the care process. So I've been like, I'm so afraid that the bag is going to back up or something. So I'm like constantly like running over there and looking to see, and I have to keep track of those levels and the intake and outtake and all that. So it's just been really freaking stressful, you guys. So I just kind of stepped back for a little bit, and I've just been kind of evaluating things and thinking things over and just kind of focusing on the here and now, because there was into school and testing and everything else. So that's kind of why I've been on the back, on the side, or whatever you want to call it. So, updates on everything. No, I did not get my denture fit put in. Big surprise. But this weekend I have got to do it. I'm hoping that if I call and I can do it like that, that's great. But regardless, if I happen to find a moment to get this done, I'm going to jump on it regardless. And of course I will record it because, if I screw up, I really want everyone to see this so that they don't make the same mistakes I do, or, maybe it could help someone. I don't know. Sorry, it keeps getting like cloudy and sunny and cloudy and sunny. It's only 75 degrees here today. We've been dealing with like 100-degree weather. It's been horrible. So no, I have not gotten that done yet. I am going to do it this weekend. It must be done. Over here on the bottom, ow, just touching it hurts. Over here on the very bottom, kind of like where the denture, the smooth part of the denture meets my actual gum line. That small little palate on the very ends, on this side, it's causing a lot of discomfort, as well as on the sidewall back here, because if I take them out in the very back on the bottom over here, it kind of like curves in like this. But I think that curve is no longer available. So I'm still going to try the denture fit as it is right now, because I believe Josh is out of town until July. And so anyways, I'm having to deal with that pain in the very, very back. So what was the other thing? I'm eating everything. I don't have any problems with eating. I mean, I guess you would consider them some problems. You know, like if you bite just the wrong way, one side of the top kind of pop loose, or you know, food up underneath it, all the normal stuff that we deal with. I still have to deal with all of those things, but they're very, very tolerable. They don't bother me a bit. It's not like, oh my God, and I freak out or anything. It's just, I just deal with it, you know, no biggie. But the pain I don't want to deal with, so I'm definitely going to have to do the denture fit this weekend and get that out of the way. So that is on the table. It must be done. I added it to my list. And anything I put on my list gets done. So I had to put something for myself on there because it has to get done. Something else, I did go and do a follow-up with my doctor. And the genocyte test came back. And that's what, let me do this. That's what this thing is here. See how it kind of tells you what to try and what to stay away from. And so it goes over like antidepressants. I have no idea, in hypnotics, which I guess, I don't know. Enderol, stay away from. It's a significant gene-drug interaction. And then, of course, the ones that you can do, you know, what works best for you. So basically, what works best for you, what could have an impact compared to your gene structure, and what you want to stay away from that will not help you, is basically how this test is done. And it just covers many different areas, I guess. And it'll tell you like normal response, increased sensitivity, lower risk, all these numbers. I really don't know. Honestly, I haven't really even looked at this until just now. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But I don't know. Maybe someone out there can do this. I went ahead and chose to go with a anti-anxiety, which I guess she says a lot of these are addicting. And of course, she doesn't want me to trade one evil for another. But we're going to try Buspar. She said that a lot of people don't like that drug because it does not give you the high. It doesn't give you that feeling. So I'm like, that will work perfect for me. And I say that because, and she focused on that because there's another little part of my adventure in the last couple of weeks. I did try to quit smoking and I failed miserably. And the reason I failed was because I had nothing else to help with my stress. And we all know that my stress level right now is crazy. It's massive. It's huge. It's crazy. It's hard to swallow. It's hard to take in. It's hard. So I failed. And so I called and she said, you know, we really need to wait for this test. I don't want to, you know, just try to slow down, you know, for now. Don't quit, slow down. Well, I am stubborn. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to figure this out one way or another. So what did I do? I went and I got this little thing here. Okay. This is the Evolved. Now, what this is and what it has inside is something called this. And the reason why I picked this one is because, you know, not only does it have the CBD and it just has a wide variety of all the good stuff from the plant. So I thought, well, you know what? If I'm going to quit smoking, I'm going to tackle my anxiety, and then I'm going to utilize something that's going to heal me from the inside out. I thought it was perfect. I can't fail. Get home, have the last of my cigarette. I think I had 3 left, finish those off. And I'm like, all right, it's time. So do that. Okay. I didn't think it through. When I was making all of these rash decisions on the spot out of desperation to quit smoking, I never stopped to think, okay, now, remember, this will get you high. So you can't smoke on it all day long. Well, I didn't think of that. During the process of making this decision. And all it did, it made me high. That was just one puff, or whatever you want to call it. So I thought, okay, well, I obviously cannot be stoned all day long while trying to care for my mom and my kids and pay bills and take care of things, yada, yada, yada. So that shot it down. Went and bought a pack of cigarettes. Went and seen my doctor again. That's when she had seen this list. We picked something. Because I told her what happened, what I tried to do, which she got a kick out of that. She thought it was hilarious. I picked the Buse bar. We're waiting on the company, my insurance, to pre-approve, or I guess we're doing a pre-auth, because obviously with the addiction in America, everything is looked at carefully nowadays, and because it is, or could be, habit forming, of course there are extra steps. So anyways, waiting on that, and in the process of waiting on that, meaning the same exact day that all this went down, I did blood work at 8 a.m., which she's been waiting for that blood work for weeks, and I could never get it done because I have to be fasting. So I got there at 8 o'clock in the morning with no coffee, nothing in my system, with a cup of coffee I brought with me. They did the blood work, drank my coffee, seen the doctor at 9, and then by 2, out of guilt and feeling just god-awful, I do want this, I decided, okay, well, that didn't work, so I'm going to try this. Now, I went in and I spoke to the guy here, and he says, look, if you get this here, we'll throw in, this is what it looks like, with out of the box and connected and all that, and has, I don't know very much about this either. But anyways, there it is. And you get these, whatever they're called, you get one free. And so I did the American tobacco, because I thought, okay, well, if she wants me to slow down, I should still keep the little bit of nicotine in my system, but get rid of the actual cigarette itself. I thought, I nailed it, got it. And then also I was like, what's your most popular? And he said this thing, watermelon splash. Now, I also wasn't aware that you can get these things, like vapes, actually had nicotine in them. I didn't know that until he explained it to me and showed me what each display case meant, like no nicotine, 6 milligrams, and then it just kind of goes up from there. And I think that's what this was. The smallest milligrams they have was 6, so that's what I went with, the smallest one. Great, think I figured it out. Finished my cigarettes, thought, all right, I'm gonna start this. So I did, and at first I had a very hard time operating this. I had no idea what I was doing. But when I finally figured it out, I took a puff, and it was like, not bad. It wasn't great. It wasn't the actual cigarette, drawing in the smoke and blowing it out. And I thought, that's not too bad. I can do this. So a few more puffs, come back in, do my thing, go back out there, a puff here, a puff there. And I only smoked on this thing for half a day. And I think I might have taken, let's see here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, maybe 15, puffs off of this thing. And by 3 or 4 hours in, there was such a huge, when you catch a cold and you get sick, or you have a chest cold, that that constant feeling that you have to cough, and then once you start coughing, you can't stop. Yeah, I experienced that, and it was intense and uncomfortable, and it pissed me off because I thought I finally figured it out. And then fast forward, I went and, I'm doing my mouth like I always do at night. And when I'm brushing my tongue, I see here, like a black looking thing. And I was like, oh my God. Now God's really telling me I need to quit, because he just gave me cancer. And so I ran out and I researched mouth cancer. I'm telling you guys, I freaked out. And it didn't look anything like what pictures online. I guess a lot of mouth cancers start with kind of like white, patchy, bumpy, sometimes red and white, but nothing ever came back black. So I thought, what the hell is going on? Well, so quit using that, continue with my mouth care. Showed my daughter the next morning, look at this spot. And she's like, oh my God, that's concerning, you know? And I told her about these vapes and all that, trying to do all these things. And then by that afternoon, it was gone. When I went to brush my, reapply everything and clean my mouth up, it was gone. And I was like, what the hell? So, I am right back to square one. I'm waiting for my doctor to find out if there's going to be an approval for the Buse bar, and basically just wait and see what happens with that, because I keep trying, and I know it all comes down to my mind as well, and that's really important, to be able to have the mindset and the desire and the want to make a change. And it's just unfortunate that, I mean, when you're all by yourself and you have many different responsibilities on your shoulder, damn, it's hard. It's hard. Every day is hard. So I'm going to try to wait and see what the insurance company approves, or if they don't approve, and try again. That's all I can do. Keep trying. I have a sneaky suspicion that when all of my kids are finally gone and off to college, I will miraculously quit. I'd be so happy and fancy free. But until then, I'm just going to keep trying. That's all I can do. I am going to get a hold of Josh next month and see about setting up an appointment to start my permanent process. And hopefully all that goes well. And keep you guys updated. I'll try to keep you guys more updated and jump on here a little bit more. It's just right now, in the last few weeks, it's been very trying on my heart and my soul and my mind and my spirit, and all that stuff. So I just wanted to hop on here and show you guys these things. Oh, and something else I discovered. Now, what this is, it's called Girl Scout cookies. And what's so funny is, when I was looking at all this stuff in the shop, there's all these weird names, and the strains, they have different, just have different things inside of them. And there was a shelf that had like this brand here, where it was like a little bit of everything inside. And the only reason why I picked this is because it was Girl Scout cookies. And I was like, I like Girl Scout cookies. And the guy was like, oh yeah, you've had this before. It's some pretty good stuff. And I was like, no, I like the actual Girl Scout cookies. So that's my reasoning behind the Girl Scout cookies. So when I first tried this, later on that night, after everyone was sleeping and all that, I was like, okay, I'm going to see if it can help me sleep some. So I did 3 puffs off of it, okay? Came in, did all my night, preset the coffee pot and made sure everyone was good. Laid down, went to bed. Tried to go to bed, I should say. There are certain products inside this world, that help with different things. And I really didn't look at the specs of it and all that. But apparently, fun fact, this here can increase sexuality. So I'm on the floor in the living room with my mother, and some of the craziest urges came upon me. And dreams were very vivid and detailed and very real. And it freaked me out so much that the next morning I researched this right here, this exact formula, and found out that a lot of couples use it at night to add a little spice. I don't know. Increase something. So I had a very rough first night. It was not fun, you guys. So yeah, that's everything that's been happening to me lately. And my sister actually messaged me on here of all places, and this is my older sister, not the twin, but my older sister, who I haven't heard from in like 6 months or maybe longer, and now we're finally talking, so I've been able to speak to her, and we've always been very close, me and my sister. We went through a lot together, and by a lot I mean like soul-changing events together, side by side. So to have her back in my life, it's really awesome to be able to talk to her and laugh and be myself, and because we're kind of crazy when we get together. But I do love my sister. So that's good news. And my mom got to talk to her too, which is also awesome because she doesn't really get to talk to children very much. So just to have one more person. She was homeless and she was going through a lot of stuff that I was not aware of. And she's finally got a place and trying to just do right, you know, and get things going for her family. But to know that she's still stopping and made the phone call and is continually communicating with Mama and me, it makes me happy to know that my mom can have at least one more child in her life right now. All right, so that's all I wanted to say, you guys. Just a very quick update. I'm very, very sorry that I'm failed several times. But I'm going to keep trying, you know. That's all I can do is keep trying. And even if I don't completely succeed at this moment, I know at some point in my future I will, because I do want it. I want it really, really bad. And I'm going to find my niche, you know. I'm going to find what helps me make that happen. It may take a few tries, but I have had to realize over the last couple of days, it's not like I've sat around for the last couple of weeks talking about quitting or thinking about quitting or anything like that. Do I? Yes, but I've actually also tried. I've involved my doctor and I'm buying all this crazy shit. You know? I'm trying, so it'll happen. And for you guys too, anyone else out there struggling to try to quit smoking, I mean, it's a very hard thing. It's an addiction, and it's a terrible addiction, and it's so hard to quit. But keep trying, you know. Keep trying. Even on a day that you went 24 hours without one, and something god awful happens that you do break down, and it does happen. You know, acknowledge the moment, feel bad about it, wallow in it for a while, but you know, don't beat yourself up completely over it. You know, remember your successes too. And I have to tell myself that as well. I have cut back a lot too on smoking. I like to take a few hits and put it out and like smoke on a cigarette for, you know, for a while. So I'm trying. I am trying. And you're trying too. So just keep trying. That's all we can do. Okay? All right, you guys. I love you a lot. And I will see you guys this weekend whenever I finally get this denture fit in, because my mouth is really, really needing it. It's, they're top rocking, bottom hurting. Time to fix it. So I will see you guys again this weekend. I love you all so much. I'm sorry I've been gone. Just been dealing with a lot of things, but I'm working through them. All right. I love you all so much. Bye-bye.